Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video as they will be very beneficial for you.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing about important current affairs of 27th of June. The session will be very interesting, so do pay attention till the end as you will be learning multiple things that will be enhancing your preparation. So let's start. First is Run Vijay. Run Vijay is the name of the exercise that was recently conducted by which Air Force? Or I just mentioned it was conducted by Indian Air Force, right? So it is your Run Vijay exercise that was conducted by Indian Air Force, right? And this exercise as it is Air Force, so there must be a air fighter or fighter jet plane that took part in this exercise. So what is it? It is Sukhoi 30, right? Sukhoi, that is SUKHOI. Sukhoi 30 is the name of the fighter jet that took part in this particular exercise. Correct? Exercise Run Vijay was carried out in the Ob Hills and the Central Air Command area of the responsibility, that was from 16 to 23rd of June, right? Then this exercise was carried out in different parts of Prayagraj, that is in Uttar Pradesh, correct? So Run Vijay exercise conducted by Air Force, it was conducted using Sukhoi 30 aircraft. It was between 16 to 23rd of June and it was in Prayagraj, UP, right? Next, here you can see it is Indian Air Force that conducted exercise Run Vijay with a focus on integration, in which day and night operations were carried out by combat aircraft including Sukhoi 30. Next is your international news. It states that just 2.4% of the climate funds are used as supporting child responsive activities right? And this report was released by UNICEF. Said what UNICEF was saying recently is that if we are spending 100% or if we have 100 rupees to spend on climate change and all other activities, then just 2.4%, that is 2.4 rupees of them, is being used as to support the child responsive activities, right? In order to fund for the child support, correct? The figure is likely an overestimate as even less money is dedicated to the meeting the requirement, right? And it is saying that though the report is saying that we are spending 2.4%, but in reality the actual number are far less than that, correct? Then while MCFs, what are the MCFs? MCFs are your multilateral climate funds. While these funds play a crucial role in setting agendas, mobilizing investment from public and private finance institutions. They contributed less than 4% of projects, representing 7% of these mutual multilateral climate funds investment. Correct? The UNICEF's Children Climate Risk Index indicates that over 1 billion child face extremely high risk from climate impact. And the best example from this you can take is from Pakistan, right? That in Pakistan, because of the heavy flooding, almost one third of the Pakistan was underwater, and they suffered huge economic loss, and the inflation there is also very high. And because of that, the food inflation is also high, and the people, and not just the people but even the small children, are there deprived of food as of now. Correct? Because of the prices are so high that they people have to fight there for the basic amenities also, right? Also remember, children are particularly vulnerable to water and food scarcity, waterborne disease, and physical and psychological trauma due to the climate effect. This not just impacts their mental or physical state, but also remember, because of this, the basic amenities like service like education, healthcare, and clean drinking water are also impacted because of the government is not taking care of these people, right? So coming back, it was UNICEF's report that stated just 2.4% of climate funds used as supporting child responsive activities. Next is number of people battling drug addiction globally up to 296 million as per UNODC World Drug Report for 2023. First of all, tell me what is this UNODC? UNODC stands for United Nations Office on Drug and Crime. I repeat, UNODC stands for United Nations Office on Drug and Crime. As per the report released by them, that is the World Drug Report of 2023, over 296 million people used drugs in 2021, and this is an increase of 23% over the previous decade. The number of people who suffer from drug use disorders also increased to 39.5 million, a 45% increase over the last 10 years. Correct? And why we are reading about this? Because the reports covers about the drug trafficking, environmental crimes, clinical crimes, right, psychedelics, and medical cannabis use also. The drugs in the humanitarian settings, in what these drugs basically that we consume, right, we are using them for, say, medical purposes, right? All the chemist stores are providing all these medicines that we consume are considered drug only, right? But these are the medicine that we consider and that we take in limited amount, right, in the prescribed amount by the doctor. Then increasing these drugs, right, if you are taking drugs, which is a very bad habit, and if you start consuming the drug, no, it will hamper your development, you can see, because you won't be able to get into experiences. You will be just consuming drugs. It will impact your physical health also, it will impact your mental health also, right? And because of this, you will be deprived of many opportunities also. If you see, there are many organizations, not just in government but in private companies also, that consuming drugs, there are drug tests. They are drug tests for individuals to find out that if a person is consuming a drug or not, because the job that they do requires focus, 100% focus, and doing these drugs will be a very big issue for those people. Correct? So coming back, it was your United Nations Office on Drug and Crime that released a report that stated that the number of people battling drug addiction has globally gone up, and not just this, the people who used to consume drugs are also increasing with decade, right? And what is the reason of rise in cases? One of the big reason is because of the easy availability and cheap and easy production of these synthetic drugs. Correct? Then if we talk about this UNODC, where is the headquarter? It is in Vienna, Australia. Not Australia, Vienna, Austria. Next, who launched the health investment platform to strengthen primary healthcare? So remember, all of these four, that is African Development Bank, European Development Bank, and Islamic Development Bank, along with WHO, they have launched a new health impact investment platform, right? And the platform was launched during the summit for a new global financing pact for 22-23, that was in June, Paris. This will provide 1.5 billion euros to LICs and LMICs, and these LICs are your low income middle or low income countries, and low and middle income countries are your LMIC, right? So 1.5 billion dollar will be 1.5 million euro, 1.5 billion euro, not million, 1.5 billion euros will be provided to these low income countries and low and middle income countries in the form of loan and grants for the PHC services, that is your primary healthcare services. WHO, who will act as the Health Impact Investment Platform Policy Coordinator for financing and decisions with national health priorities and strategies. The platform's secretariat will support government to develop national health and prioritize primary health investment plan. So coming back, remember who launched this health investment platform to strengthen the primary healthcare? It is African Development Bank, European Development Bank, Islamic Development Bank, along with WHO. If we talk about WHO, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus is the Director General here. Where is the headquarters of WHO? It is in Geneva, Switzerland, and it was established in 1948. Next, here you can see MDB's WHO launch health investment platform to strengthen the primary healthcare. And all these three that we are talking about, these are your MDBs. What are the MDBs? It is your multilateral development banks, and these are the three, that is your African Development Bank, European Investment Bank, and Islamic Development Bank. Next is related to banking and finance. Recently, data was out and it stated that inflation is slowing down. That is, inflation is getting in control, and this data was released by RBI. Inflation is slowing down personal consumption expenditure. On the other hand, it is moderating corporate sales and holding back private investment in capacity recreation. Right? Also, once the work from home culture you will be seeing is starting to end, and now people are starting to visit their offices, so the spending has also increased. And once the spending, all the routine that we used to follow before COVID-19 is in place, then we will be seeing that inflation will also come down, and all the sectors that are impacted because of the lockdown and COVID-19 that took place, all those sectors will now improve with time. Right? See, it won't change within a day, right? But it will require some changes. Like for example, if we take about the real estate cases, that is your office spaces in California, USA, New York, what is happening there is, because of this work from home culture, many of these commercial buildings that used to have offices of big MNCs are now vacant. So in order to reuse those offices, because many people have taken loan to buy these properties, right? So they are paying they are paying the loan amount, EMIs, and even the interest rate is high now, increasing day by day. So in order to take care of that situation, now the work from home culture is being finished, and now you will be seeing that many and more people will be visiting offices. And not just this, many of these office buildings have been converted into residential buildings also to take care of the rising flats and rooms demand there. Correct? So coming back to India, the inflation is slowing down. And what was the target of RBI? To bring down inflation to 4%. The expected norms is 2 to 6%, right? Between 2 to 6% it is expected. This was your real estate sector. But if we talk about manufacturing, you will be seeing that there will be an increase in manufacturing. More and more companies are setting up their manufacturing in India. Then for construction also, there will be growth driven by public spending on capital expenditure. Then services, we are seeing that many companies are starting up their own services, which constitutes for more than 60% of the gross value added in the economy. Then travel, we know tourism sector is boosting because of the people, and now more and more tourist places and various initiatives of India to improve travel and tourism sector in India. Then e-commerce platforms such as your ONDC is making a very impact, right? Then agriculture wheat procurement is 39.5% higher than the full season procurement last year. Correct. So these are some of the things that are increasing to bring down the inflation in India. Correct. And this data was released by RBI. Governor is Shaktikant Das. 4 deputy governors are there, and RBI was established on 1st of April 1935. Headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, which organization has approved $255.5 million loan to enhance the technical education in India? Technical education basically is to help people understand various skills, right? To provide them various skills that are required by the market today. So for example, if we talk about today's scenario, artificial intelligence, machine learning, coding, software development, right? These are some of the things or skills. If we talk about in the fields related to computer science, these are the skills that are highly in demand, and people who are looking for private jobs need to have the skills related to these sectors, right? So which organization recently provided 2.55 to or 255.5 million dollar loan to enhance the technical education in India? It is your World Bank, and that too the arm of World Bank, that is IBRD, that is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, granted this $255.5 million loan to enhance the technical education in India. The project will span over 5 years and benefit around 275 government-run technical institutions, reaching over 3.5 lakh students annually. Correct? Next, we talk about World Bank. Who is the 14th president here? Ajay Banga. It was established in 1944 and the headquarters is in Washington, DC. Next, here you can see it is your World Bank that has approved $255.5 million loan to enhance the technical education in India. Next, Infosys. Infosys signed a deal with which bank to celebrate their digital transformation? It is with Danske Bank, right? Infosys recently, Infosys, that is India's number 2 IT company service provider. They have collaborated with the Denmark's bank, that is Danske Bank, by signing a deal that is valued at $454 million, and this will be for a 5-year period to accelerate their digital transformation. Infosys will help in digitizing the Danske's bank business by adding cloud data facilities, and it will also acquire Danske's bank IT center in India in the financial year 23-24. Correct? Next. Next is awards and recognitions. 5 trailblazers win first UNESCO AI Fozan International Prize for promotion of young scientists. I repeat, recently the first ever edition of the UNESCO Al Fozan International Prize 2023 was conferred upon the 5 exceptional young scientists from Argentina, Cameroon, China, Egypt, and Serbia during a ceremony that was held at the UNESCO headquarters in Paris, France. So you can see these 5 winners here, right? These are from these 5 countries, and here the total prize money of the award will be 50,000 US dollar for each of the 5 laureates, as well as medal and a diploma. Correct? If we talk about this UNESCO Al Fozan International Prize, it was established by UNESCO in 2021 in partnership with Al Fozan Foundation in Saudi Arabia for the promotion of young scientists in STEM field, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics field. And recently it recognizes the achievement of young people, particularly girls and women, that are conducive to social economic transformation and development on a scale in science, right? So these are the 5 individuals who recently received the first ever edition of the UNESCO Al Fozan International Prize for 2023. Next is appointment and resignation. K. Mitsutaki has won the second term as the Prime Minister of Greece. Important, take a note of it. Who has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Greece? He will be K. Mitsutaki. Next is science and technology. IUCAA. What is this? It is Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics. IUCAA has delivered the SUIT telescope, SUIT telescope, to ISRO for solar mission. First of all, remember what is this SUIT telescope? It is the Solar Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope. I repeat, Solar Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope. This was delivered by whom? To whom? So it was delivered by IUCAA. It was delivered to ISRO. Correct. And what is this IUCAA? It was developed by them, that is Inter University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, and it was delivered to ISRO for Aditya L1 solar mission. What does this L1 stands for? This is the Lagrange 1 point, right? These are the points to which in space this particular aircraft, this particular telescope will be placed, or this particular satellite will be placed. Correct. Next is obituary. Nobel laureate good enough, the American co-inventor of lithium ion batteries, has recently passed away. I repeat, Nobel laureate John Bannister Goodenough, the American co-inventor of the lithium ion batteries, has recently passed away at the age of 100. He passed away in uh, passed away where he passed away in America only, right? He was born in 1922 in Jena, Germany, and he is the founder of the lithium ion batteries. He also won Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 2019. Next, Rajya Sabha MP Hardwar Dubey has also passed away at the age of 74 in New Delhi. He was a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party and was a sitting MP Rajya Sabha from UP since November 2020. Next is books and authors. Journalist Kasturi Ray has authored a new book, that is Draupadi Murmu From Tribal Hinterlands to Raizana Hills. I repeat, Draupadi Murmu From Tribal Hinterlands to Raizana Hills. This is the name of the book that has been authored by journalist Kasturi Ray. Correct. And this book will be published by Rupa Publications India with a foreword by Kiran Bedi, former Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. Next, International Day in Support of Victims of Torture is observed on 26th of June, right? And this day is annually observed across the world to raise awareness and remind people that human torture is not only unacceptable, but it is also a crime. Correct? Next is your International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. This day is also observed on 26th of June, and it is to create awareness about reading the negative effects of drug abuse and illegal trade, right? And that's why we read this report that the drug cases all over the world are increasing. Next, Day of the Seafarers is observed on 25th of June, right? Day of the Seafarers, correct? Then remember, this year in 2023, it was the 15th, it was the 13th edition of the Day of the Seafarers that was observed by IMO. IMO is your International Maritime Organization. Correct? Next is your World Refrigeration Day. World Refrigeration Day is observed across the globe on 26th of June, and it is to raise awareness and understanding of the important role that the refrigeration, air conditioning and heat pump industry and its technology used to play in the modern life. Correct? And the theme here is next generation cooling, the future is our hands. I repeat, the theme for this day is next generation cooling, the future is in our hands. Next is state news. NHPC Limited, that is National Hydroelectric Power Corporation, that is India's largest hydropower development company. They signed an MOU with Gridco, that is Grid Corporation of Odisha, that is the government of Odisha undertaking for the development of the pumped storage projects and renewable energy in Odisha. I repeat, it is NHPC and Gridco. They signed an MOU for developing solar energy projects in Odisha. The MOU envisions setting up of a 2000 megawatt and renewable energy project of at least 1000 megawatt in Odisha. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick revision. IAF conducted exercise Run Vijay focusing on integrated operations. Just 2.4% of the climate funds are used as supporting child responsive activities according to UNICEF. Number of people battling drug addiction globally up to 296 million. MDBs and WHO launched a health investment platform to strengthen the primary healthcare. Inflation is slowing down according to RBI. World Bank approves $255.5 million loan to enhance technical education in India. Infosys they signed $454 million deal with Danske Bank to enhance their or to accelerate their digital transformation. Then five trailblazers won the first edition of the UNESCO Al-Frozen International Prize for the promotion of young scientists. Then K. Mitsotaki has won the second term as the Greek Prime Minister. Then IUCAA delivered the Soot telescope to ISRO for the solar mission. Next is Nobel laureate. Good enough, that is the American co-inventor of the lithium-ion batteries has passed away. Rajya Sabha MP Hardwar Dubey has also passed away at the age of 74. Then journalist Kasturi Ray has authored a new book, Draupadi Murmu, From Tribal Hinterlands to Raizana Hills. International Day in support of victims of torture observed on 26th of June. International Day against drug abuse and illicit trafficking observed on 26th of June. Day of the Seafarer or 25th of June. World Refrigerator Day on 26th of June. NHPC and Gridco they signed an MOU for the developing solar energy projects in Odisha. So these were your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's move to the revision part. Recently, Bharat in Paris campaign was launched by our sports minister Anurag Singh Thakur. IIT Kanpur recently successfully conducted a cloud seeding technology that is for the artificial rain. Next, here you can see Forbes list of the most influential CMOs of 2023. William White, he's of Walmart, he's on the top position. And Harish Bhatt of Tata and Ashmita Dubey of Laurel, you can say these are for India and 10th and 21 positions respectively. Then ONDC and Kerala government, they have signed an agreement for better market access to the PSU products. IT department in Himachal Pradesh has been renamed to Digital Technology Department. Then Global Startup Ecosystem report was released and Bangalore was on the 20th position while Silicon Valley has topped the list or this global list.
Next is Dugdh Sankalan Sathi mobile application. Dugdh Sankalan Sathi mobile application. This is the name of the mobile application that was recently launched by which ministry and it was launched by which person. If the name of ministry is asked, it is your Ministry of Heavy Industries. First question. Next, name the person who launched this Dugdh Sankalan Sathi mobile application. It was launched by Dr. Mahendranath Pandey. Correct. Second answer of the second question. You can see him in the picture here also. Now, next question will be asked that this particular Dugdh Sankalan Sathi mobile application, this is basically what is the reason of launching this mobile application? The main reason for this was to transform the Indian dairy industries. I repeat, in order to transform the Indian dairies industries and to address the key challenges in the milk collection processes which ultimately benefit the milk producers and contribute to the growth of the dairy sector. Correct? So we can say Dugdh Sankalan Sathi mobile application or Milk Collection Partner mobile application. This was launched by Dr. Mahendra Nath Pandey and if Ministry of Heavy Industries, and it was basically to transform the Indian dairy industry. This was launched from Mussoorie, Uttarakhand for the Indian dairy industry. Correct? Important, take a note of it. Then as I said, the main aim here is to improve the quality of milk here. Correct? Then remember, this is a cloud-based mobile application. This will provide all the services to milk producers in various languages such as English, Hindi, Punjabi, Telugu, Tamil and various other languages also. Apart from this, remember, it is on the lines of the Indian government's commitment for digitizing the process and facilitating the direct beneficiary transfer of the government subsidies and milk payment to the milk producers, so that here we can reduce the mediatories, all the persons who work as a middleman, and they will be removed from this particular process with the help of this mobile application, right? And directly transfer will be, or the money transfer or the benefit will be directly transferred to that of the producer. Next is Julli Ladakh is the name of the initiative to engage youngsters civil society
This initiative was launched by whom? Correct. I repeat. This Julie Ladakh. Julie Ladakh. What is this Julie Ladakh? This means hello Ladakh. Right? This means hello Ladakh. This is an outreach program with an aim to increase the awareness about the naval services to engage with youth and civil society members. I repeat, this was launched by Indian Navy. As the question asked that this initiative was launched by whom? This was launched by Indian Navy, and this means hello Ladakh, and it is basically to create awareness about the naval services and to engage with youth and civil society members. Correct. Apart from this, remember, during this Julie Ladakh only, a 5,000 kilometer motorcycle expedition from New Delhi will be passed starting from 15th of June, and it will reach Leh on 28th of June, passing through various states like Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, and Jammu and Kashmir. It will be kind of a road trip, all right, and it is a motorcycle expedition that will be starting from New Delhi and it will be going all the way to Leh. Correct. Also remember, this motorcycle expedition was conducted in partnership with TVS Motors. Right. So friends, coming back, remember this Julie Ladakh, this is the name of the initiative that was launched by Indian Navy, and it was launched to engage the youngsters in civil society expeditions and in civil society matters. And this initiative was launched by Indian Navy, and it was based, one of the reason aim here was to increase the awareness about the naval services and engage the youngster in the Navy. Correct. So that more and more young people can come and take part in these Navy expeditions or be a part of Indian Navy. Then if we talk about Indian Navy only, who is the Chief of Naval Staff? Admiral R. Hari Kumar. Correct. And the headquarter for this is in New Delhi. Right. So remember, Julie Ladakh. Next is international affairs. Recently, India, Australia, they have included 15 new areas for talks on CECA. And what is CECA? Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement. If we talk about Australia, you should know that Australia recently banned, few universities of Australia has banned students from 6 Indian states to take part in their colleges or university. This will include your Delhi NCR, that is UP, Haryana, Punjab, then Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. The students from here will not be allowed to take part or admission into the few universities of Australia. Then apart from this, Deakin University. This is the first foreign university that has set up their campus in India. And where is this campus? It is in GIFT city, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Correct. So coming back to this news that India and Australia, they included 15 new areas, right? These areas will include your agri-tech sector, your space, minerals, sports, MSMEs, gender innovation, right? And various other factors also, new areas will be included here. And this has been included for the talks on CECA, that is your Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement. Correct? Let's move on. Next is India, Nepal and Bangladesh. They have finalized the draft for a tripartite power trade agreement. I repeat, it is India. Which 3 countries recently signed a tripartite power trade agreement? It is Nepal, India and Bangladesh. And remember, under this agreement, Nepal and Bangladesh, they will send surplus power from one region to another via the Indian grid. Correct. Earlier, the electricity trade with the neighboring countries was done under the bilateral agreement, right? And now a trilateral agreement has been signed between India, Nepal and Bangladesh. Next, who has received the European Essay Prize? European Essay Prize was received by Arundhati Roy, right? Writer Arundhati Roy was awarded with the 45th edition of this European Essay Prize, and it is a lifetime achievement prize that is given by which foundation? This European Essay Prize is a lifetime achievement prize that is given by the Charles Valiant Foundation. Correct, and this is for the French translation of her compilation of essays that was titled Azadi in 2021. Arundhati Roy will receive a prize money of 20,000 CHF, that is roughly 18 lakh rupees, at an event that will be on September 12th in Switzerland. Correct. Remember this Azadi, the author used it as a powerful form of combat, analyzing the fascism and structural implications. Correct. So, if we talk about Arundhati Roy, she wrote her first novel, that is The God of Small Things, and won Booker Prize for that in 1997. Right, if we talk about this European Essay Prize, this was the 45th European Essay Prize. This is a lifetime achievement award that is given by which foundation? It is given by Charles Valiant Foundation, and this time Arundhati Roy, as you can see her in the picture, has received this award. Right, then India's first hydrogen power trains to run from Jind district of Haryana, and question can be asked that in which state the first hydrogen power trains will be running? It is in Haryana. Correct, and in Haryana only there is the Gurugram, Haryana, there is the headquarter of International Solar Alliance. So these were your important revision part, friend. Now let's move to the homework section. The child helpline 1098 is said to be consolidated with which helpline? Next, which country signed a partnership agreement with UNWTO for promoting tourism? Next, Operation Quach has been launched to crack down the menace of drug in which state and union territory? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends. All you have to do is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this will motivate me to make better content for you in the long run. So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.